Hey everyone, welcome to my show, A Voice to be Reckoned with. I'm your host, Brandy Joy. How are you all doing this lovely, lovely day? I hope well. Okay, guys, well, this show today is surrounded around the problem. Okay, so we have a problem this day. Virtually every day throughout the United States, families are faced with the tragedy of prescription drug abuse. Okay? According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, prescription medication misuses and abuse causes more accidental deaths than heroin and cocaine combined. Whoa. I know that my friend Scott Silverman, he has a foundation, Safe Homes Coalition, okay, which deals with this crisis, with prescription medications, being not properly disposed, not properly, used, and just so easy to get into the wrong hands when it's prescribed by an individual, and like commonly abused prescription medicines are opiates, and if you don't know what opiates are, they're pain relievers, including hydrocodone, Vicodin, oxycodone, fentanyl, methadone, codeine, and then benzodiazepines. I think I pronounced that correctly. I don't even know sometimes. I try. When I went to medical school for a medical assistant, that was one of the challenges, was pronouncing those words and those medical, the pharmaceutical, terms and stuff. So, yeah. So that would include sedatives to induce sleep and prevent seizures. And it relieves anxiety, including alprazolam, Zoloft, Xanax, lorazepam, and Ativan. Then there's amphetamines, guys, and it's stimulant used to treat attention deficit. Wow. The hyperactivity disorder. And then, oh my goodness. And that's what we give kids. And it's getting bad. And children are dying. And it's the lead cause. It's prescription medication. Prescription. And when I say prescription, that means it was prescribed by a doctor. Did you guys know also that 1/3 of teens say they believe it's okay to use prescription drugs that were not prescribed for them to deal with an injury or illness or physical pain? That's crazy to me. For the simple fact that the education behind it is obviously not there. Because just because one individual takes it doesn't mean it's going to work for you, because the doctor prescribes that medication for that individual. You know what I mean? They don't say, here's some medicine. They know your health. There's blood work. It's for that individual, not, it might work completely different against another's body. And 43% of teens indicate prescription drugs are easier to get than illegal drugs. I believe it. So easy to access. Just go in your parents' medicine cabinets or friends' parents, and it's crazy. 4 in 10 teens who have misused or abused a prescription drug obtained it from their parents' medicine cabinet. And almost 1 in 3 kids who report having misused or abused a prescription drug has done so before the age of 14. Wow. It's crazy because you sit back and really try to wrap your head around, like, how did we get here and how do we help it or change it? But I guess you don't really get to the how do we get here, because I guess that's a no-brainer, because we would just expect people to be more responsible. But were these options put out there from the jump when medication? Of course, I don't think so. Like way back when medications were, but now we're, further along, and it's like, people, I know, that a lot of pharmacies have the disposal, boxes and for people to dispose of their medications properly and not leave them in their cabinets and stuff. But then I was wondering, is there the education with it or behind it? You just tell them, come and dump them in here, and I mean, do you like give them the? Do they really know? You know what I mean? The levels of danger that you know that can cause by leaving those prescription drugs in your cabinets. You're not using them anymore. Just throw it anyway. To me, it's kind of like leaving a gun. I'm just gonna go out and say it. 'Cause I'm just trying to find a way to put it to where it shows the high importance of prescription drugs and killing people. Then yeah, I'm gonna put it right up there. Yeah, it's like you're not gonna leave that out and loaded. Leave that out, right? So don't make it easy for your children or anyone else to get a hold of them. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I had to like go into my cabinets, and I don't have anything of those sorts that I'm talking about. But still, you have old medications, and you know they still need to be disposed of properly because if one were to take them, and it still might cause some type of, you know, if it's not meant for them, it still could harm. You know, so I definitely believe in those, you know, boxes being there, and also with the education with it, and children should know as well what is going on with these prescription drugs. Because I know back in my day that we had DARE, you know, and from my remembrance of DARE, they really didn't get too much into of the whys and the what. It was kind of just like, don't do it, it's bad. You know, and versus the detrimental effects and things that, from physical to you know, just being under the influence of something, all of that, none of that, you know. But I don't know. I'm gonna say right now, I don't know if they have that for our youth today, or if they're doing you know, any type of drug education, and is there any on prescription drugs? Because like it said here, teams said that that's way more easier to get a hold of the illegal drugs. And it makes sense because they only really become illegal when obtained incorrectly, when they're not yours, and you're taking them from somebody that belong to and they're not yours, or you're giving them to someone that they're not prescribed to, or you're selling. That's when I guess prescription drugs become illegal. So I don't know. It strikes a chord with me because I have a young boy, you know, and he goes to school. He's exposed to other people. And so I just want to make sure he's educated enough to know better, to not, you know what I mean? That's what we should do in general. We tell our kids, you know, not to receive or take things that are unhealthy for them. You know, but what about if he thinks he's taking some? My son has migraines, right? And so I have to have a prescription for the school to say that it's okay, or note from the doctor saying it's okay for him to take his ibuprofen, even the regular store-bought ones, for him to have that there and for him to take it. You know, and they get pretty bad. The migraines get really, really bad. Like when he first started getting them when he was younger, screaming. I used to cry with them, you know, and you know, I have to rush him to, you know, to see into the, you know, ER, and then to find out, you know, over some time, it was just, this is what it is right now. With the doctors, they were saying he just has migraines, and they'd give us ibuprofen. First it was the liquid ibuprofen, you know, because he was really, really young. And then now I'm able to give him, you know, over the counter, you know, the store-bought ibuprofen, or whatever I decide to. I usually just stick to the ibuprofen. But what if the head gets so bad, and I'm just like, oh man, I can't take this, and the friend's like, take this. You know what I'm saying? That's such a reality. And a child in both parties' mind could be such an innocent, you know, situation, but it's not. It can have detrimental consequences. Very detrimental consequences. Geez Louise. Man. But Scott Silverman, he has this, you know, this program, Safe Home Coalitions, and what he's doing is a great, awesome thing, and it's like, it's, how can I put this? It's something that no one should take lightly. It should be like, well, all right, let's do this. Let's get this done and educate people behind it. And so there's these envelopes, and they're the safe disposal of medications envelopes that can be used to dispose of these medications in our cabinets, under our cabinets, in our purses, wherever you store your medications, to empty them out properly. He has it all right there for you, whatever is needed. Just get it out and dispose of it properly. I think it's amazing. That is very amazing for him to have this set up, and not just, here's a container, put it in here, blah, blah, blah. But here's some education with it too, because now you got to take a look at your children, and not just, okay, I've disposed of mine. Now you might, as a parent or whoever this may be, want to take, it's your responsibility now. You might want to take that education to the next parent, to the next person, because you've gotten yours out. But what about the other people? What about others? You know what I'm saying? That still have access, that still have the, that don't know what you know now, or what you just done, or a safe, the safe way that you dispose of medications in your home, because it still, can affect you and then many others. And so it's like all of our duties to let everybody know. So the Safe Home Coalition launched in San Diego County, and they're looking for partners to expand and reach across the United States and help other communities stay safe. See, takes village, takes communities. But you can join the Keep Kids Safe program. Keep Kids Safe program. So, if you're interested, if this just even strikes thought process in your head, and you got a little bit more of knowledge, or it makes you think like, light bulb, let me go and check out my cabinets and start, getting some things together, or some red flags, then that's cool, but you can also start your own in your neighborhoods, start your own in your community to, keep kids safe. And he has it to where you can order these bags, and and go into your neighborhood and go to doors, however you organize your group, your organization, and get out there and help. Because they're out there. It's so easy to get a hold of, because people go to the doctor, you have the right, needs, and you get these prescription drugs, and there's no way to tell if a person is using them right, keeping them safe correctly, and disposing them correctly. And maybe they don't even know. So you really can't expect one to do certain things that they don't know, or know how to, or where to go, or what. You have to put things in place, and this is what Scott Silverman has done. This is what the Safe Homes Coalition has done, okay? So this is what the Safe Home Coalition has done. And I, for one, am definitely going to horn in on this and become a part and help, because I have a child, and he's exposed to the world. And I can't put him in a bubble, keep him with me. I need him to be safe out there and know what's right and wrong, what not to do. And if you have a headache and a friend has something, just never take it. I don't care. I don't even want him taking something out of the ibuprofen bottle that looks like it's from CVS or a Walgreens, Walmart, or whatever, because I don't know what really is in there. See what I'm saying? So we really gotta, some people say, man, this world will make a paranoid parent. You could, but if you knew what the need was, and you knew what you were up against, and you just made sure that you attacked all those areas and made it accessible for your child or your family to, and educate yourselves, then you're more aware of what to do in these situations. If an organization can organize this safe home